What's already? Welcome back to my NRL round 13 tips for 2026. And Origin as well. Origin this week. That's one of the reasons why this video is coming out on either the Sunday night or the Monday morning, depending on what time it uploads. My internet has been very bad recently. That's why last week's tips didn't come out until the Thursday, maybe even the Friday. I didn't really see when it came out. And the AFL ones, I don't even know if they ended up uploading, but hopefully it's better this week. Before we jump into it, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe, and as we go forward, feel free to comment what you would do differently or what you think for this round. Of course, but as always, we'll start off with our round 12 results, where the Raiders ended up going down to the Dolphins. Fins up, lads! Come on, we are eighth. We are eighth. Going into a bye, the Dolphins they're sitting comfortably, smack bang in the middle of the pack, basically. Well, the Sharks are, but Fins are there. Fins are good. Fins up. Come on. Yeah, getting the win by 8 points at GIO Stadium, which is pretty good. Canberra have a bit of a drought there, so they should fix that hopefully towards the end of this season. The Storm lost to the Dogs. The Warriors beat the Dragons. Not too many people would be surprised there. The Sea Eagles beat the Titans in it wasn't really a thriller in the end. The Sea Eagles were winning the whole match. But Titans did claw back. Unfortunately, Jaden Campbell's miss by literally, it would have been less than a metre, I reckon, in that conversion from their first try. Let them down. So they were eventually only... had he made that, they would have gone into extra time, I reckon. But unfortunately, couldn't get the job done there against the Seagulls. And then finally, the Cowboys did beat the Rabbits pretty comfortably as well. But yeah, that's that round. Moving on, here we go, Origin. First one for 2026. And I'm not going to lie, all the edges, everything in general is pointing the way of the Blues. Home ground, Blues advantage. Team lists, I reckon the Blues definitely have a better list. But anything can happen with the with the Maroons. They could put together the best performance you've ever seen. Or it could be an absolute thumping for the Blues. I feel like Queensland's just always unpredictable, and the Blues, I guess they're about the same, but it's a pretty different side to what we've seen previous years for the Maroons. I feel like the Blues have a pretty sort of same-ish list as last year. Like, there's not too many changes, but the Maroons, you've seen a bunch of changes. There is a lot of Dolphins players. I'm pretty sure it's the most out of all teams this year. And Reece Walsh isn't playing for the Maroons. There's a couple other people that have been left out. And there's also a fair few injuries as well for both the Blues and the Maroons, for the people that are usually in that side. But I think, yeah, it's a comfortable tip to take the Blues to win the first match. Second match, is that the one at the MCG? I'm pretty sure. That could be anyone's game, depending on what the lists look like then. So I think for the State of Origin, round 1 on the Wednesday 27th, I'm going to have to take the Blues purely because it's in Sydney and they've just got that better list than the Maroons do. Moving on, back into the NRL, starting on the Friday. Here we go. We have the Sharks should beat the Sea Eagles at, is it Shark Park? It doesn't say on the NRL tipping website, I don't think. But yeah, I think the Sharks should win. The Seagulls are higher on the ladder, but I just feel like since it's the Sharks' home game, they've got to win. And I'm just quickly fact checking. It is at Shark Park. And also the Seagulls have a couple of people out on what do you call it? Origin duties as well. But so do the Sharks. But I think purely because it's at Shark Park, I'm going to have to take the Sharks to win that one. Knights and the Eels at McDonald's Jones Stadium. It would be at. I'm gonna have to take the Knights. Their record there is actually pretty good. I'm gonna take them to win by a comfortable 10 points. I reckon. I feel like 10's a good solid number. I don't think it'll be an absolute bashing, but I do think the Knights will get it done in the end. West Tigers and then the Dogs. Honestly, I don't know. This one could go either way. Is it at Light Heart Oval or is it at what's its name? Combank. It's at Combank. Okay. This once again, this one could go anyway. Whatever your gut's telling you to go. Honestly, I'm gonna take the Tigers. Because of the ladder position as well. They're 10th and the Dogs are 13th. I feel like the Dogs should be higher. I don't think they should be at 13th. I feel like they should be at around the 9th or 10th mark. But I think the Tigers have pulled off some pretty impressive wins this season, and I think they can get the job done there. The Storm and the Roosters, once again, this one could go any way. There is a lot of, honestly, close matchups this week. This week is going to separate the tips, but I'm going to have to take the Roosters. The Storm don't have too many out on Origin duties. The Roosters have a couple, but I'm going to take the Roosters. I know it's at Amy Park by the looks of things, since it's Storm home game, but the Roosters have just looked like an insane side so far this season, so I'm going to take the Roosters to win that one. The Broncos should beat the Dragons. Nothing else to say about that. Although they do have a couple people out with Origin duties. Dragons could have a possible chance, but I'm going to have to take the Broncos because the Dragons have not looked strong at all. And then final two matches on the Sunday. I'm going to have to take the Raiders. Oh, see this one. I feel like this one could go anyway as well. This is another one that could go anyway. We'll just skip down to this last one, which could also go anyway. First and second on the ladder. It's Penrith home game. I'm going to have to take them. And I think, once again, is it at GIO? Is it at Canberra? I would assume it's in Canberra. Oh, yeah, it is. With Canberra's drought at home, it's making me want to take the Cowboys, but since the Cowboys have people out on Origin duties, I'm gonna hope that the Raiders can get up at home. Remember that for next week, though. I did say that their drought at home could cost them. Remember that for next week. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let's go through it. Blues to beat the Maroons in Origin, and then Sharks to beat the Seagulls, Knights to beat the Eels, West Tigers to beat the Bulldogs, Roosters to beat the Storm, Broncos to beat the Dragons, Raiders to beat the Cowboys, and Penrith to beat the Warriors. A lot of home teams here I've taken, all except the one match where I've taken the Chooks. It should be a pretty interesting round, to say the least. Make sure you have dropped a like. Make sure you subscribe. I am doing the collaborating between the two channels, between the tipping channel and my main channel. So make sure you subscribe to both, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces!